Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome to week 8 of Human Growth and Development. In this video, I'm going to go over the 6-page document that's posted in the week 8 agenda, or it's posted as the week 8 agenda. So as you know, our first day of the week was yesterday, Monday, the 4th of October, and the last day of the week is Sunday, the 10th of October. Our midterm is going to be due this week, and I'm expecting that it will be available on Thursday, and it should stay available until Sunday. I may leave it open one extra day for those who are having technical difficulties. So even though it's due on Sunday, I probably won't close until Monday. But anyway, this is the middle of the semester. So on page 2, I start with telling you 5 things that you should know after having been in this class for 8 weeks. The first thing is that your grade in this class is based on the amount of points you earn. We have 600 points, so 600 opportunities to get an A. And all you need is 540 of those 600 points to be assigned the letter grade of an A. If you need to know more about the grading, I would say there's a document in our Canvas shell that's titled Grading, and I go over my grading philosophy, and I go over the assignments in the class, and it's a really good document. So I would say take a look at it. But just to clarify things and make sure we're all on the same page, I'm going to let you know we have 2 tests, the midterm, which like I said is coming up this week, and the final, which is due the very last week of the class, and you'll earn a total of 200 points for those tests. We also have Launchpad assignments that total 50 points altogether, and you'll have 10 different assignments. We will actually have more than 10 assignments, but 50 points is the maximum points you can earn from Launchpad. So if you missed a few Launchpad assignments in the beginning, don't worry. That just means you'll continue with the Launchpad a little bit longer than those who started off doing it from the first week that it was available. Next, we'll have the discussion. And this is basically class participation, and you'll earn up to 130 points by participating in various discussions over the course of the term. Finally, we have the group project, which is worth 120 points, and the paper, which is worth 100 points. The group project is broken into a few smaller sections, and the paper is broken into 4 sections. P1, you selected a topic. P2, you completed an annotated bibliography. In P3, you'll give me an outline, and in P4, you'll turn in the actual paper. So the first thing you should know after 8 weeks in this class is that you only need 540 of the 600 points to get an A. So how are you doing? The second thing I want to mention is learning in this online asynchronous format is different than a typical face-to-face lecture. So if we were face-to-face, I'd just be a talking head all the time, and I'd be giving you activities to do and small group work to do with the people who sit next to you. But because we're online, you learn from doing the activities. So if you watch the videos, if you participate in the discussion board, if you do the Launchpad assignments, that's how you'll learn the information. It's more about the assignments and creating the environment for you to learn than for me talking on the video. So hopefully you've figured that out by now. The third thing is that I'm really here for you. I'm here for you. All you have to do is email me if you have a question, comment, concern, or compliment, and I will get back with you in 24 to 48 hours if you respond Monday through Thursday. If you email me Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I'm probably chilling with my friends or watching Netflix or, doing something other than working. But Monday through Thursday, I'm here for you. All right, the fourth thing is that this is a Gordon Rule class, so you have to do the writing assignment because this is part of the accreditation for the course. So, take it seriously. And the fifth thing I would say is that you should have learned at least the names of at least 1 or 2 other members in the class, and at least have an idea of some of the concepts related to human growth and development by now. But this is just checking in. Ask yourself, where do you stand on this list? All right, the video is getting a little bit long already, but I just want to let you know that we have a Zoom meeting tomorrow at 11 a.m. If you want to log in. Feel free to do so. I'll be on Zoom answering questions about the test. And, you know, if you want to log in, I'll be available. Some tips for the test. I think I might do a separate video in studying for the test, but I do want to point you to page 6 of the document, this week's agenda. On page 6, I've given you a list of 5 helpful videos. The first video, How to Study Long and Hard and Still Fail by Stephen Chu. Stephen Chu is a cognitive psychologist, and he has a 5-part series talking about how to be more effective with your studying. Number 2, the biggest myth in education. I hear a lot of students say, oh, I'm a visual learner. No, it's not just about being a visual learner. You might prefer to learn through pictures and images, but guess what? You're going to use multiple senses, and gathering information from multiple senses, you're going to be more likely to learn than from just learning from looking at pictures. Okay, so watch that video to learn more about that myth. Carol Dweck's video on growth versus fixed mindset. This is just going to help you remember that mindset does matter, that if you go into this test thinking, oh my God, I'm going to fail, guess what? You're probably going to fail. You want to go into the test with a positive attitude, thinking, I got this, I can do it. And in the event that you don't do as well as you would like, don't worry. If you're gritty, you will succeed, because in this class, there's a lot of second chance opportunities. And that also happens to be the case in life. You know, the grittier you are, the more likely you are to be successful in whatever you're pursuing. And last but not least, SQ3R, How to Study Effectively. The original model is a little outdated, so that short video that I posted in the agenda gives you a link to some new ways to use SQ3R. That's all I have to say for now. If you have questions, use the questions thread. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow during the Zoom meeting. And if not, I'll see you on the discussion board. Deuces.